Hello, welcome to What Bike Next. Yes, we're back at season 3 and boy have I missed you guys. So this is the series where I, Michael Mann, take on him, Simon Hargreaves, esteemed motorcycle journalistic royalty, as we try and find a BikeSocial member their very next bike. And of course, you never know. The next time it could be you. Now don't forget that BikeSocial is part of Bennett's, so therefore, the more insurance policies we sell, the more video content we can make. Well, let's start the series by saying a big, fat, hairy thank you to Bridgestone Tyres and also to K&N Filters for helping make the whole series. So we've got a few new bits and bobs lined up for this series. We've got Gary from Bridgestone who's going to give us some top tyre tips, a different tip for every episode. And we've also got a slight tweak to the outro, adding a bit more jeopardy and trying to get that BikeSocial member to get their wallet out. All right, well, let's crack on with the show. Here we are, Donington Park branch of the Superbike factory. And we're going to be trying to find BikeSocial member Andrew Oliver his next bike. So let's go and meet him, shall we?
Hi there, I'm Andrew. I'm an IT manager based out of Hertfordshire, currently riding a Honda CB600F Hornet, which I've owned since new, about 23 years or so. Right in the middle of my advanced rider course with my local IAM group. So thinking to the future, I'm thinking about longer distances, a bit more comfort on the motorway, but hopefully not losing some of the fun I've been getting from the Hornet. So really curious and excited to see what Michael and Simon and the guys at the Superbike factory can do to inspire my decision for what bike next.
And here he is now in real life. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Thanks very much. Good to meet you.
And yourself, sir. Thanks
Andrew,
very
how you
much.
doing?
Yeah, likewise.
Good to meet you.
Thanks for coming down. Well, look, quite literally, how can we help you?
Obviously looking for a motorcycle, that's probably a good start, but I'm currently riding my Honda Hornet, and because I'm now starting to think about riding longer distances, kind of looking for something that will still give me that kind of fun, but be better on longer distances. You know?
So we're talking some sort of fairing, some sort of wind protection, possibly?
Yeah, hopefully. Although I've ridden a few bikes recently with fairings, and there's a real big difference between how well they seem to work and how well they don't work and what have you. So I'm curious to see what that looks like.
What have you ridden recently?
I've been out testing a few, which is the Tiger 800 Sports, Tiger 900 GT Pro, and then a BMW S1000XR and a Ducati V4S Multistrada.
Okay.
So taking those out.
They've all got more of an adventure flavour
They have, yeah.
than a sports tourer flavour, perhaps.
And that's partly because being influenced a little bit by a lot of the guys I've met doing the advanced rider course, and they all seem to be riding around on GSs and Tigers, and so I started there. And they are comfortable. I'm quite tall and I don't want my legs to be contorted to try and sit on the pegs and whatever.
Really good point, actually, because you are, how tall are you? You're taller than me, and I'm 6 foot. So
Yeah, I'm just under 6'2".
which is really relevant to the
Yeah,
type of bikes that we should be looking for, and in particular around wind protection, weather protection that you've already mentioned.
Yeah.
Now, you've talked about S1000XR, Multistrada V4. You're clearly not averse to a bit of power then, right?
No, I won't say the more the better, but yeah, I've been enjoying it, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've got the 600. The 600 is great when you're on sort of lanes, smaller roads and what have you. A lot of fun, but on motorways, it's really not the bike for a motorway to do anything more than sort of 80, 90 miles or whatever, and after that, it's becoming hard work.
Any particular types of bike that you really aren't interested in?
Definitely don't want to be riding like that.
No sports bikes?
Yeah, sports bikes, cruisers, maybe not like that either.
Okay.
I mean, I guess as I've been thinking about this, I mean, I love the idea of something naked and a lot of fun like that, maybe with a bit more power. But how good is that going to be on a longer journey? So sports tourers, I've not been doing much research about sports tourers, so I am curious about that, and obviously adventure bikes.
I suppose the big question is, what budget are we looking at here?
When I wrote in, I said something like 6 or 7 grand. And then as I've been testing a few bikes, realising that the budget's not quite right. So I guess sort of 12-ish, something like that. So see what I can get for that. So.
Okay, interesting. I think, have we got enough to be going on with?
Yeah, I think so. There's quite a big pool of bikes,
Yeah.
but it's a good pool.
Do you trust us?
I'll let you know in a few minutes. Yeah.
All right, how about it? Shall we go shopping?
Let's go shopping.
Come on then. Right, let's see if we can find Andrew his next bike. Andrew's going to test ride 3 used bikes that we think might suit him best. One chosen by me, one chosen by Simon, and then a mystery bike. This time selected by Superbike Factory's Nathan Phillips. Then at the end, we're going to find out which bike Andrew prefers, and hopefully we'll have answered his question, what bike next? Andrew will be testing our 3 bike choices on the What Bike Next test route. It's an hour-long loop, and he'll take in the twisty roads of South Derbyshire, a mixture of A's and B's, in town and out. Plenty of riding for Andrew to get a feel for his next bike.
You know, thinking about Andrew's list of requirements, but I can't help thinking maybe he'd go for Ducati's Desert X. 2 things that I like about it. One is it's super punchy adventure bike. Second thing is it's got a fag packet paint job. He's going to love this. But is it too small or is it too adventure-y? I'm not sure.
So I found this Ducati. Now, I can't quite remember the name of it. Maybe there's some subtle clues or hints spread around. Yes, Multistrada V4, of course it is. One of my all-time favourites. And he specifically mentioned that he'd test-ridden a Multistrada V4 already. However, this particular one is near enough £14,500. Well-spec'd, panniers, top box and so on. So it's over budget by probably too much. I'm happy to persuade him to go up in a budget, but that's a little bit too much. Right, we should continue.
Going with the adventure bike theme, I'm thinking maybe BMW's R1200 GS. It's a bigger bike than the Desert X and maybe would suit a taller chap. Big engine too. And I'm also thinking flat twin. Andrew's never ridden one before, but it's making me think of other flat twins that he might like.
Andrew, here it is, bike number 1, and it's my choice, quite clearly, because I'm the one standing next to it. I won't get you to guess what it is, but shall we unveil? Right, come on, let's have a look.
Oh,
Ta-da!
wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, that's a good start. So what we have here, sir, I have my cheat sheet, is a Suzuki GSX S1000 GX Plus.
Yep.
The Plus means that it's got the panniers as standard.
Very nice. I'm really impressed, actually. I was hoping you guys would sort of come out with something like this.
Well, I guess you'd call it a tall rounder. I've heard that expression.
A tall rounder, yeah.
Because of course they have the GT model.
Yeah.
But this has got the electronically adjustable suspension and panniers, obviously being the Plus model. I noticed this particular bike has got heated grips, which came as an accessory.
Yep.
And it's got a
So
quad lock
comfort
for you.
on travelling, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This bike is less than a year old. It's done 3,400 miles.
Wow.
What else has it got? Yeah, so it's obviously the litre, inline 4, 1 previous owner, 150 horsepower, got 106 newton meters of torque, 232 kilos. This has got the 845 seat. The GT came with a slightly shorter seat, so I wondered if that seat height might give you at 6'2" a little bit more space.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Oh, price, importantly, 10,090. So well within budget.
Wow.
And it's a year old, and these brand new are shade under 15.
Yeah, it's a good-looking bike. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Do you fancy going to ride it?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Bro, all right, that's the next port of call in that case.
Fantastic.
So let's see if bike number 1 can win Andrew over, or perhaps he might be looking for a change from an inline 4. Yes, Andrew, this Suzuki has simply ticked all of the boxes on your wish list. The fact that it's virtually brand new with just 1 owner, and as a result, it's in great condition, it just adds to the long list of reasons why my choice is the only choice. 150 brake horsepower from the inline 1-litre 4-cylinder engine. The 19-litre tank should offer just under 200 miles. And the electronic suspension is easy to adjust and can be tailored to suit your riding. It's got stacks of electronic aids, the removable panniers are ideal for your situation. And the 10 grand price tag works out to be about a 33% discount on the new price. What a deal. What are you waiting for, sir? Get your wallet out. So, sir, the world is waiting to know how wonderful the GX was.
Hurry up, because it's raining.
Do you know what? I was surprised. I was very surprised for such a big bike. I can imagine it being really comfortable, longer journeys, which was one of my briefs and whatever. Yeah. It's quite lively. I'd probably, for every day, I'd probably take the panniers off and whatever. But yeah, quite surprised. A lot of wind buffeting for me, so I might have to do something about the screen if I had this or whatever. But other than that,
when you have this, not if. I know the screen's adjustable, but you need an Allen key. It's not particularly easy.
And how did you find the engine? Because it's an inline 4, like your Hornet, but bigger.
It was really smooth. I didn't have a problem with it at all compared with some of the other bikes I've ridden. It was very smooth, no real vibration coming through and whatever. I can imagine that being
quite boring.
Got going when I wanted
it. Does.
It's certainly
it's 150 brake, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So it can be lively if you want it to be.
Multiple bikes in one, so it's sort of fit for every purpose. Yeah.
Right, should we go and have a look at my bike? See what I've got here?
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's do it.
So there's like hundreds of second-hand bikes right here, all the way through the showroom. But if someone was going to buy second-hand, have you got top tips?
Yes, mate. I've got one top tip, which because there are so many models and so many special editions now, you've got to know what you're buying. And the place to look is BikeSocial.co.uk or Bennett's YouTube channel. Find out exactly what it is you're looking at.
There's about 1,300. In fact, there's more than 1,300 reviews.
Exactly. And also modifications. If your bike's modified, I suppose you've got to know if your insurer will insure it.
Well, yes, you Bennett's. We've got 20 of the most common modifications, just complimentary. You don't even have to declare them.
Like bar ends and braided hoses and exhausts.
All of the above, so long as it's road legal, of course. And there's a 24/7 claims line and a Coventry-based call centre, no less.
Should we get on with the show?
That's a good idea.
Okay, my choice then, Andrew. Any guesses, just looking at the silhouette?
No panniers for a start, but...
Hang on, that wasn't on your wish list. Should we get the cover off?
Yeah, please.
Let's go for it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, really nice.
BMW's R1250 RS.
Yep.
This one is 2023. It's got about 6 and a bit thousand miles on it. It's £11,690, which is under your budget. It's at your budget, but let me sell it to you. 136 horsepower from the flat twin.
Yep.
This comes with £500 motorsport paint colour. It comes with every pack you can think of. So it's got the comfort, the dynamic and the touring. So it has the Akrapovic, it has heated grips, it has a heated seat.
Yeah, okay.
It has quick shifter, it's got the lot.
And I've never ridden a flat.
A flat twin is a new experience for you.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm excited to try and give it a go and see where we get to.
Do you like the look of it? Was it on your radar?
I like the colouring from the BMW XR I took out. It was a very similar colouring and whatever, and I think they are gorgeous looking bikes. Absolutely.
It is a good looking thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm very curious now. So yeah, I'm surprised and I'm very curious as well. Quite like the idea that all the toys come on it as well. So that's a plus.
Adjustable screen. See, you can pop that up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
It's all there for you. Good stuff. Should we go for a ride?
Yeah, please.
Let's get out there. So Michael's choice was good fun, but I get the feeling Andrew is looking for something a bit more refined. And they don't get much more grown up than BMW's R1250 RS. And this one's absolutely loaded. It's an SE with motorsport paint, the comfort pack with heated grips and seats and keyless ignition, an Akrapovic end can, and the dynamic pack with quick shifter and semi-active, and the touring pack with cruise and centre stand, which is very important for lubing the chain, and pannier racks. So with all that lot, on top of the big, booming 134 bhp flat twin and the RS's beautiful roll holding, you've got to admit, it looks great. I don't see how Andrew won't be bowled over by the Beamer. In this spec, the RS would have cost nearly 20 grand a mere 2 years ago, so with just over 6,000 miles and 2 owners, £11,690 is, I think, pretty good value. I just hope Andrew agrees. So Andrew, what do you think of the big Beamer then? The first time you've ridden a flat twin?
Absolutely, yeah. Do you know what? I'm really impressed with how responsive it was on the throttle. You know, it was really easy just to build up a bit of speed or let a bit of speed off without having to climb up and down the gears, which I guess I have to do quite a bit on the Honda Hornet that I'm riding at the moment. But yeah, I was surprised. You know, nice. It was nice in the villages and in the slow traffic and whatever. It was quite easy to ride around there. And then out on the open road, yeah, we managed to open it up a couple of times. And it was
We
good
did,
fun.
we did indeed, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so broadly positive, because it is a very different experience, a flat twin to a little inline four.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I guess if I was to be slightly negative, I felt a bit of vibration coming through the foot pegs, but quite nice not to feel it coming through the hands. And
But they're good vibes.
Yeah.
This gives you good vibes.
But the good thing was only at slow speed, you know, so it was only when I was in the villages I was noticing that come in. And that was probably because I was in, you know, a very low gear or whatever.
They're quite good, aren't they? Like low down, they sound a bit lazy in a way. You've got so much torque there as well.
But
I'm praising it, Simon. Don't look like that.
Right.
Don't be sad. Tell me more about the comfort level. I'm just aware of your height.
Surprisingly comfortable, to be honest with you. Yeah, and my legs weren't feeling sort of doubled up or contorted in any way. So yeah, I was quite surprised actually. This thing sort of limits how far you can shuffle a little bit or whatever, but not in a way that I felt it was a problem that I've seen on some other bikes where you can feel like you're being pushed forward a bit.
That's because the acceleration is so great. You need it's a bum stop. It stops you sliding off the back.
It's a security device.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, before we go in, Andrew, we've got a mystery bike to show you as well that none of us know about just yet. But before we do that, this is Bridgestone's top tyre tip. So if you're on the hunt for a second-hand bike, take heed of this advice.
Hello, I'm Gary Hartsham from Bridgestone. During this series, we've got some tyre tips for you when buying a used bike from a private seller. Here's tip number 1. Tread depth. In the UK, the legal limit is 1 millimetre. On the tyre, there's a tread wear indicator just here. Check that the groove is above this. The higher above, the more mileage you'll get. The closer to it, you'll be looking for a new pair of boots pretty soon.
Bike number 3 is, of course, the mystery bike. And this week it's chosen by Superbike Factory's Nathan Phillips. So let's go and see what he thinks Andrew would like.
My name's Nathan. I work at the Superbike Factory here in Donington and I run our parts and servicing department here. I've worked here for 2.5 years now. I love the job, getting to meet lots of new people. It's a very fun and exciting role. I tried to focus on the brief that he gave us. He said that he wanted something with plenty of power for easy overtakes and something that's going to be good for commuting and for possibly touring. So the bike I've chosen has got a V engine. It's got plenty of character, plenty of power, and I feel like it's going to be everything that he needs.
Okay, Andrew, shall we see what Nathan from Superbike Factory's got for you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Looking forward to finding out what this is.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited too. What is it? Yes!
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Aprilia Tuono,
Yeah.
1100
V4.
V4.
£9,990. It's a 2021 bike. So that was the new model in 2021.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They brought this out in the factory one, and the factory I know had semi-active owners. This has got fully adjustable sacks. I'm sure it says that.
Yeah.
6,600 miles, 3 owners.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I love the sound of these things.
going to be a lot of fun, I think. Yeah.
It's interesting. V4.
Yeah.
but it's naked, which you kind of wanted with the Hornet.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of got a bit of protection of all the sort of the super nakeds. The Tuono's got the most protection with that screen. I mean, it pretty much is a fairing.
And it's got the taller bars than the factory version. And
Okay.
compared to a lot of super naked.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's,
How much horsepower are we talking with these? Was it 170 something?
yeah, 173.
Okay,
Well,
fair
hang
enough.
about.
Well,
Bit of a step up from the
yeah,
Hornet.
yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be interesting. And it's going to sound. It's going to sound good with the can on it.
Aftermarket levers. It's got
Yeah.
the adjustable traction control that looks like flappy
And
paddles.
sorry, I missed all the mileage. So what's it got on
6.6.
that? 6.6. Okay.
Yeah.
And then did we talk about the budget?
9990. So you're
Oh, wow.
£10 shy of 10,000.
Wow.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm really surprised. I definitely wouldn't have been putting Aprilia on my list, but now I've seen it. Oh, it looks gorgeous. I'm really excited.
Your ghast has never been so
absolutely.
flabbered.
Should we go for a ride?
Yeah, please.
Let's go listen to it.
Yeah.
Nathan, what have you done? Just when I thought I'd sweep up with my Suzuki choice, you swoop in with one of the finest engines ever made. In fact, I'm a big fan of the Tuono V4, especially when it's in the factory spec, which I see this isn't. And that is very clever. It's much more up Andrew's street with its slightly more upright riding position. Yeah, okay, the switchgear and the dash could do with a bit of an update these days, but the electronics, especially how reactive the throttle is, plus the engine, really make this stand out. It's a really good choice. Of course, it's more powerful and it's lighter than the other two, though I'm not certain it has enough weather protection or touring capabilities to match Andrew's spec. That said, it's a mystery bike for a reason, and sometimes those coming in from left field can really alter a rider's mind. So who doesn't love a V4?
Wow, it is a real handful. It was really good fun.
Yeah.
The whole kind of not losing the Hornet vibe, but then they definitely got that. Whether or not it would be great for a long tour or something, I'm not sure. I'd be riding it for a long journey. I don't know, Cornwall or Europe or whatever. But it was really good fun. Yeah, absolutely.
More comfortable than you thought, perhaps?
Yeah, it was, and a lot more nimble than I imagined it was going to be as well. You know, so
I mean, in your criteria early on, we talked about not there and not there, but somewhere in the middle, and this has got those raised bars.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I guess I was forward a little bit, but you know, I think one of the nicest things about it was the noise it made when you sort of turned the throttle and whatever.
Simple pleasures.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes a big loud noise, and that's good enough for me. But no, really good fun.
Gents, shall we go and have a seat in a more comfortable surrounding and have a
Yeah,
proper
absolutely. Yeah.
Good idea. It's getting a bit chilly. Let's get inside.
Chat? Go on. Andrew, what a day. Thank you for being such a star.
Well, you know, my pleasure. I've really enjoyed it.
We'll have a little chatette then. That's a mini chat, by the way, a chatette. About each bike. Should we start with the first bike you rode? So that was the Suzuki, my choice, bike number one. Now that you've had time to kind of digest it a little bit and obviously compare with the other two that you've ridden, how does it rank?
In terms of my brief, which was about, you know, comfortable on longer journeys, you know, good on the motorways and a little bit of fun as well, you know, not losing the Hornet fun. I kind of, it did very well. Just realised saying that makes it sound like it's maybe not so good, but I guess I was surprised how lively it was. It's absolutely, it's a pretty quick bike when you want it to be. I think every day I would probably take the panniers off and, you know, just make it a bit narrower for filtering and stuff.
I think that's the beauty, isn't it? The fact that it is versatile like that, you can just whip them off. Yeah.
It's kind of, in a way, it's not very. You should be more familiar with it because it's like an inline four, like the Hornet.
Yeah.
And it's literally just ticking the boxes that you gave us. It has the half fairing, it has the near upright riding position, it has the capacity to tour a bit more.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of that inline four sensation, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it certainly picks up when you turn the throttle, without a doubt. I guess if I had a few criticisms about it.
Anyway, on to the next bike.
the motorway brief, you know, I was getting a lot of buffeting from the windscreen and
Yes,
whatever.
yeah.
I guess you could try adjusting it, and hopefully that would do enough. But I don't know.
I rode on to Spain,
Yeah.
and when I took it down there, I had one of those visors on top,
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
the side as well, just to make the screw as big as possible.
And looking at your face grimacing, it doesn't look like you did a good job. You know?
No, it was okay.
Are they official Suzuki accessories?
Yeah.
They weren't, no.
No.
Definitely not in the catalogue.
So it wasn't quite as nimble as I was not expecting it to be. I
Okay.
mean, I guess on a slightly, you know, more toury type bike, you're not going to get the same sort of agility, or perhaps. But yeah, I mean, it was a really comfortable bike, and I was very surprised. It certainly wasn't one on my list, but I'm so pleased you guys sort of chose a tourer to have a go on.
Fantastic. How about bike number 2 was your choice, sir, wasn't it? BMW's.
R1250 RS.
Yes.
A flat twin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely different.
Yeah, a very different delivery of power, but actually I really liked it. I liked, you know, turning the throttle on, it picks up straight away, and then just easing it off in traffic when you need to. So I found that much easier than going up and down the gears. It's just kind of roll it on, roll it off. So that was a nice, I was very surprised about how agile it was as well. You know, you could sort of flick it around if you need to, or that's certainly how I felt on it.
It's one of those bikes that feels quite weighty when you first get on it because it's got such a low centre of gravity. You kind of think, oh, actually, this thing, when you rock it between your knees, it's quite heavy. But as soon as it gets rolling, it's a really lovely, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Does it have a really lovely rolling sensation?
I mean, if we come back to the same brief as the Suzuki, where I was talking about distance, you know, traveling and whatever, on motorways and some of the fun of the Hornet, I think I certainly didn't get the buffeting going on. Kind of I noticed that straight away. Maybe a little bit of vibration through the pegs, picking up some of that. But in terms of being agile, nimble, and whatever, I was quite surprised to, you know, how you know, agile it was.
Sure. On a BMW, on all BMWs, there's a lot of rider aids, a lot of gadgets, a lot of buttons, which I've ridden quite a few, you've ridden quite a few, I kind of get, I find them quite intuitive, and I get familiar with them. It's probably your first time with such an array.
I guess I was probably concentrating not putting the bike into a hedge than playing with the toys. I didn't get too much time to play with the toys.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I can see it's got all sorts of rider modes and gizmos, and I'm sure in time I would learn about them and work out how to use them and whatever.
It's pretty closely spec'd in terms of electronics to the Suzuki, to be honest.
Yeah.
Kind of fairly similar with a semi-active suspension.
Yeah.
Various rider modes. They've both got heated grips. Obviously, the BMW's got heated seats as well. Important consideration. And
just out of the Suzuki on the Beamer, I think the BMW had the better suspension for me.
Interesting.
To be honest with you, yeah. So you're just talking about that, and also, you know, when you really turned the power on, I felt I had more control on the BMW than perhaps on the Suzuki. The Suzuki was just getting a bit light on the front for a minute or two before you settle it down again.
so that's 2-0 to the BMW.
Yeah, well, you haven't been talking about the Aprilia yet.
Well, Japan, Germany, and to Italy for the Aprilia. I thought it was a brilliant choice, by the way. I thought as a mystery bike.
Yeah, the original brief, you know, not losing the fun of the Hornet and whatever. Definitely. I mean, in terms of not losing the fun, you could imagine having an awful lot of fun on that. Well, I did, flicking it around and whatever, and I loved the noise from it. Just turning that throttle back, and that noise was wonderful. Riding position, I mean, it was all quite comfortable, and I don't know, in terms of long journeys and whatever, I'm not sure it would be right for me on a longer journey, which was part of my brief. As much as I would love to be riding like that all the time, you know, I can do that on the Hornet, and so I really need something probably a bit more comfortable for longer journeys. If I could have two, I would have that as my, going out Sunday afternoon to play.
Can I drill into that a bit deeper? What did you find uncomfortable?
I was riding forward a little bit.
You found it more canted forward than the BMW?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so certainly for me, I guess you could play with the position a little bit and whatever. And the gear controls, that was a long way down, so I'd have to sort that out because the pegs to the gears, that was quite awkward. You know, once you'd been riding it for a few minutes, you sort of found its position, and you know, you could deal with that. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I think it's just a shame it can't fulfil the other part of the brief, which is motorways and longer touring and what have you.
It definitely looked like the bike, as we were out riding, the one that you enjoyed the most. It was also, it looked like it was the bike you were most comfortable on, not in terms of comfort, but in terms of turning it round. And
well, it's kind of a bigger Hornet. I know Aprilia probably won't thank me for saying that, but it's, you know, a very similar feeling, if you like.
I think they'd be very happy if it had the Hornet sails.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I think it's interesting here is that actually there's three very different bikes
Yeah.
that have probably, you know, piqued your interest or given you options.
I
But
think that kind of is more or less the brief I gave, which was I was a bit unsure and I needed some guidance or some help, giving me some ideas and what have you.
we'll kind of ask you for your final conclusion then in that case. But before we do, we've got some bits and pieces. So courtesy of K&N, we've got a goodie box, not a goodie bag. So there's caps, T-shirts, all sorts of bits and pieces in there for you, which is very kind of them.
Yeah.
There's a goodie bag from
wow.
Bennett's. You might have heard of them.
Yeah.
There's gloves, like work gloves and
Well,
all
it's
sorts.
been worth the trip just for that.
And when talking about goodie bag, Bridgestone have given us a bag, a literal,
wow.
well, given you, not us,
yeah.
but it's a rucksack, a waterproof rucksack.
Oh,
so
that's absolutely fantastic.
thank you to those guys, and thank you.
That's brilliant. So thanks to all of those people.
Yeah, well, thank you to you for letting us be involved in your decision and for coming along and having to dodge the rain and do all sorts. But if you were to choose one of these specific bikes, then Bridgestone have said that they will supply you with either a fresh set of tyres or one of the massive Oggio travel bags. And K&N have said that they'll give you a oil filter and air filter and a cleaning kit as well. But you have to buy one of these three.
Yeah.
Anyway, no pressure.
Now we're down to the brass tacks then, are we? What's the verdict?
Perhaps you want to give us your in reverse order.
Oh, in reverse order.
Builds up the jeopardy, you see.
Really sadly, in reverse order, I guess it would have to be the Aprilia. I loved it and I had a lot of fun on it, but it's not kind of ticking the box for the longer journeys, you know. And then down to two, which I guess you two are interested in which way it's going to work out. But for me, in second place is probably the GSX. So I
fair play.
So,
well done.
Yeah,
good game.
And then obviously in first place the BMW, which was I really enjoyed it.
It rocked your boat, didn't it?
Kind of, yeah. It was kind of had the best of both worlds. It seemed quite fun to ride around on, but I could also see it being comfortable on a longer journey as well.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Is it good enough to make you want it?
Do you know what? I can't remember how much you said it was, but
11,690, I think.
Under your 12 budget, certainly.
I'll tell you what it's done. It's upset what my previous thinking had been. So I mentioned just off camera that I'd been looking at a lot of adventures beforehand and what have you, and and that's completely thrown me now. So
okay, because I mean, notably we hadn't kind of included an adventure bike. Got a tour rounder, but not an adventure bike. I mean, did you miss that? Did you think, I wish they'd put in a insert bike here?
I think initially I was quite surprised there wasn't one, but then it makes sense that, you know, I've already been trying those, so I kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
And I'm really pleased you chose these, to be honest with you, because it's been a lot of fun taking them out, and it certainly changed my view.
That engine, the R1250 engine, is available in a GS adventure bike as well.
And we talked earlier. You talked about Multistrada V4.
Yeah.
We've spoken about Tiger 1200, Tracer 9.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody out there will be going, "Why didn't you try this?" Which is brilliant. Get involved. Tell us what you think as well. And maybe, you know, maybe you could read the comments and go, "Oh yeah, I didn't think of that."
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad that we've helped somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you have. Yeah.
So thank you. And
you're very welcome. And thank you guys for spending time and doing that, especially Simon, being patient enough to ride around with me.
Please let us know how you get on over the next few weeks. And then by the time we publish this, we'll hopefully have a voiceover at the very end saying, actually, Andrew ended up with a Suzuki. No.
Yeah, fantastic. No, I've really enjoyed it, guys. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Brilliant. What a great episode. Andrew was a superstar. I think he's really, really tempted by that BMW, but let's see what he ends up with. Thanks to K&N Filters and also to Bridgestone for supporting this series. We're very, very grateful. And thanks to you, of course, for making it this far. Don't forget to get involved. I'm sure you will. Let us know what you'd have offered Andrew for his test ride. If you're not yet a BikeSocial member, then become one, please, because you get all sorts of discounts. And I mean over 200 different offers and rewards and competitions, etc. If you insure your bike directly with Bennett's, then it's free. If not, £6 a month, £60 a year. It's worth every penny. Bike Club is the place to be. Search for Bennett's Bike Club and come join us there. Otherwise, we have a Facebook group. It's called BikeSocial, obviously. But if you want to be in the next series of What Bike Next, then you need to be a BikeSocial member and then get in touch. Enquiries at bikesocial.co.uk. Thanks again. See you next time. And so what happened next? This is direct from Andrew. I'd like to thank Michael, Simon and Superbike Factory for an enjoyable day with What Bike Next and the opportunity to compare and ride a few bikes. I've been going around in circles trying to choose a bike, and so I had another look round the BMW, a stunning bike that met my original brief. On the drive home, I mulled things over, reflecting on the day and a few comments Simon made. When home, I watched a few YouTube reviews, called Superbike Factory and paid my deposit. There you are, one sold.
Cool, yeah, good man, right. Ready?
Yes, sir. Not to you or to Simon, down to the camera. Mix it up. Hello, I'm Michael. I'm sitting down on the sofa. That's nice.
See what I can get for that soon.
Okay, interesting. I clean this side. It's still a bit scruffy this side. Do, 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 do.